We're going on an adventure!
Early in the morning.
Very early in the morning. Hey, and welcome to Morocco! We made it at last. It was a very early start, but we made it, so that was good. And as soon as we got into the hotel, we had a nap. So our first day, we headed out to, after the nap, obviously, to the Jardin Majorel, the Majorelle Gardens, basically. It's the only gardens we went to, and this is how it went. A tip for whoever wants to go to these gardens, I would recommend taking a couple bottles of water with you, because it's the only place we visited where they had a drinking fountain, nice and cold. Basically you can't drink the water here in Morocco from the tap, so you do end up having to buy a lot of bottled water. And so either if you want to obviously buy less plastic or even save yourself some money, I'd recommend filling up all your bottles there. That was just, I thought, a useful tip for those of you who do want to head there. Day 2, we headed to Ozoud waterfalls. It's the second biggest in Africa and the first biggest in Morocco after the, it's the second biggest in Africa after the Victoria Falls. And that was amazing. One big tip is that if someone hands you something, don't just take it like me. So for this guy just handed me something and my automatic reaction was to put my hand out. It ended up being just some crumbs of some biscuits to feed the monkeys. So around the waterfalls there are wild monkeys. Now when they say wild, they are wild and they tell you not to touch them or, you know, get too close, but they do feed them a lot, so they are very used to humans. And so they do let you, if you've got food in your hands, they do like try and get the monkey on you to get a picture and for them to like make some money off it. So if so, this guy handed me some biscuit crumbs and I did have them in my hand, and a monkey did get on me, which was quite cool. It was a very big monkey, so it was very heavy and it was quite scary, and obviously like I didn't really expect it because I didn't really know what I was getting handed, and I did have to pay for these crumbs. So just have that in mind. And the other funny thing that happened at the waterfalls, which was great because it got caught on camera, was that basically whilst I was in a very floaty dress and whilst I was trying to film the waterfalls, and you can go right to the edge because there's no barriers, health and safety is not a massive preoccupation over here, so we were like right on the edge, and I was filming with my phone to get like the full waterfall in, and my dress did catch a bit of wind and I did end up flashing like all of the tourists and locals that were there, as you can see. So that was, yeah, not my best move ever. Okay, so day 3, we headed into town and we went to the big market. The 2 things I would say about this: 1, if you slow down or stop or look at anything, get ready to haggle, because literally we basically kept moving, so that, you know, it is really hard. Like, these people are very pushy, so like obviously that's just like part of the culture there, and it is quite fun to see, but it was a little bit much for me, so I just like kept moving. And the second thing is, do look out, because like bikes will like swerve in and out of the actual market as well. Like, it'll be really slim little paths that seem like they're just pedestrians, but they're not. Like, bikes, mopeds, everything will go down there. So yeah, have that in mind. So day 4, we headed on another tour to Essaouira? I think that's it. Basically, it's a town straight across on the Atlantic so straight across from Marrakesh, and it's a coastal city, and it used to be owned by Portugal, so it is a little bit more European like feel about it. But again, you've got the same thing. You've got the market, and you've got things that are very like Moroccan. We stopped on the way. We literally just like parked up on the edge of the road, and like behind like other tour like minibuses, and I'm like, why are we here? It's literally just like, not desert, but it's just like a few trees, but nothing that amazing, no buildings. I'm like, what is it? What am I missing? And I'm like, what is up with that? Like, he's pointing at this tree, and I'm like, that tree does look a bit weird. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's goats on this tree. Like, what? They've made this into like a tour, like a tourist attraction. You just put goats on a tree, and then we take pictures of it. I don't know, goats on a tree. I was like, okay, fair enough. I've seen goats on a tree now. I really enjoyed it here. It reminded me of home. It's got 25-kilometer long beach, which is just insane. We decided to get a camel ride here.
Hey, keep me where the light is, keep me where the brightest. Two left feet, can you show me where the ride is? I've been on the low side, I've been on the high side. Think I need to get out, find me in the high tide. Get out of the Wi-Fi, get out of the timeline. I don't need a limelight, just a line.
We got told that the Essaouira has the best fish in the country. Like, lots of people kept telling us this, so I'm a vegetarian, but I was like, you know what, I am curious, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. And we actually found a restaurant where they did line-caught cod, and I thought, well, that's probably like the best I'm gonna be able to like get out here. So I did try it, and it was amazing. It's literally the best fish I've ever had, and I grew up on an island, so no regrets. It was actually amazing, and it did live up to, you know, it being the best fish. Then after dinner, I decided to have a coffee, which was my first coffee here. I don't drink that much coffee when I'm home, but every now and again I do, and for those who know me, know what happens when I drink coffee, so then this happened. Day 5, we had another relaxed day, so basically we went like tour, relax. I did actually want to chill out on holiday, because I'm one of those people that will just go like all out and, you know, really like plan something for every minute of the day and then get home and be like really knackered. So I was like, right, this holiday I actually do want to relax. So we did another pool day, and then in the evening we headed in to Marrakesh, as in like, obviously we're all in Marrakesh, but to the city centre to have dinner. We had it on like a sky bar, so like one of those ones that you can look down and you can see the sunset. So we saw this amazing sunset, and then the sky went pink. Obviously you'll see it.
What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world.
Day 6, we headed to Eureka Valley, which is at the bottom of the Atlas Mountain, a place called Seti Fatma. We thought we were going to go on like a long hike. That's what I interpreted from the description of the tour. However, the descriptions aren't like amazing, and that wasn't quite what we did. It was more of like a few stops. One being, we saw a traditional Berber house. We saw how they make argan oil. They offered a camel ride for some people. We decided we've already done one and we didn't really want to do it. So we just did a little walk behind the camels, which was really nice. I met a nice new like friend. And then we did like the main walk, which was from, it was Seti Fatma was like the village, and so you walk up past a few stalls. It gets quite steep, quite slippery, and you go all the way up to see the like a really nice waterfall.
Slowly kisses passing by the river. I've been missing your strawberry kiss, 'cause nothing is sweet that tastes the river. I've been missing your strawberry kiss, 'cause nothing.
We headed back down and we went for lunch, and this was quite cool because the guy said, he was like, oh, you know, if you don't have lunch with your feet in the water, then like, why are you even like doing it, kind of thing. And we were like, what does that even mean? Like, is this like some kind of saying out here that he's trying to translate and we don't get? But basically, no, it was exactly that all up the river there was like restaurants and bars that had put their tables inside the river so that you could put your feet in the water whilst you ate, which I thought was amazing. I was like, this water was like fresh off the mountain. It was super clear, really cold. So they did have to like, the tables had like a little bit where you could like rest your feet on because they would get a little bit numb. But it was so nice after hiking, so nice after like, it was such a hot day, like, well, every day here is hot, but it was just, I was like, that's such a great idea. They've obviously like, you know, I don't know, I quite liked it. So we had our feet in the water whilst we ate our lunch. And again, day 7 was meant to be another like exploring day of Marrakesh. There was an old like ruined palace that I wanted to go see and just walk about. Like the other, like we'd gone to the higher bit of the main city centre and we wanted to go to the lower bit, but we didn't actually make it. I ended up having a little bit of a dodgy stomach. I don't really know why. Nothing too bad, but I just didn't really feel up for walking that much. So we had a bit more of a pool and relaxed day again. We did have like lunch and dinner around the hotel, and yeah, so that was more of a relaxed day. We played a lot of cards, and I just hoped that I wasn't going to get actually ill, and I don't think I am, so it's okay. Don't worry about me. But that was basically a week away in Marrakesh. Okay, I did just kind of want to add a couple things. So these are like things I learned in Marrakesh. One, not all palm trees are palm trees. They somehow like have put quite a lot of like money into designing these like fake palm trees that cover, I don't know, maybe like telephone poles or whatever this is. But I thought that was quite entertaining. 2, there is no limit to the amount of people that you can fit on a moped. We were seeing people go past like 4 people on a moped. The other thing is, like, zebra crossing might as well be street art. I don't think they have no actual, like, no one actually goes by them. I mean, people barely stay in lane here, so yeah, you will be standing to try and cross the road for about like 20 minutes. It is so hectic, and yeah, the roads are a little bit crazy. Helmets have, like, for your motorbike, whatever, have no purpose over here. So only like half the people wear them. A lot of them wear them backwards, like too many that I think maybe they think that that's the way, like the right way round. And they don't even like clip it in, which these helmets, what I'm talking about is like not like a full bike helmet, it's like just the top there. Obviously if they fall off, the helmet's just gonna fall off with them, which means it's not gonna do anything. We did actually see someone drop their helmet, like as they were driving by, it like just dropped off. which caused a load of beeps and traffic. Which again, I was like, I just don't like. And then she got it back and she put it back on and she didn't clip it back in again. So they just don't clip them in, which makes no. Why wear one? Well, half of them don't. So obviously they've been like, well, why wear one? I thought I would actually add some serious useful tips for anyone who is interested in coming to Morocco and Marrakesh. The first one would be the changing your money to dirham, to the Moroccan dirham. I would do in the airport. They don't take commission and they give you like a good rate, like they give you the actual rate, and it's literally just as you land, it's straight outside the outside passport control. We found it really hard to like try and find a place in the UK, and we were getting all like a bit muddled. We're really worried about it. So yeah, I would just do that. Also for those, I have a Monzo card, and I was told like I can travel anywhere and pay for anything anywhere. A lot of places here don't have cards. Even the restaurants that seem like quite modern don't have card machines. So I would recommend for somewhere like this to have cash. Maybe you want to take it out as you go, but you will get there will be a commission on it, but at least then you're not carrying around like a load of cash. 2, the taxis will rip you off. Agree the price before you get in the taxi, always. I would recommend booking your trips, like your day out trips, whilst you're in Marrakesh, or in Morocco. So we booked them through the hotel reception. We had a really nice receptionist who was actually pretty good with prices, because we actually met other people on the tours we were doing from other hotels, and we all kind of were talking about the price, and we realised that each hotel had given us a different price, and our hotel did actually seem to be the cheapest most days. So that was pretty good. However, some hotels were bumping up the price a little bit. The other thing you can do is that we kept walking past like tour organisation things like in Marrakesh, like as you walk down the street, and they seemed like their prices were cheaper than the hotel, because I think that hotel does take a little bit of commission. However, doing it through the hotel meant that you were getting picked up from the hotel, which makes it very easy and very simple. But I don't know if you could ask the tour people to like come to your hotel or not. I don't really know, but I did see that the prices were cheaper. I found that the meals were really cheap out here. So because we weren't in Marrakesh centre, it was about, like, I'm not even joking, about max £15 for both of us to have like lunch or dinner around our hotel. If we went into Marrakesh centre to have food, it was more like £20 to £30 for both of us. So obviously that's still ridiculously cheap. That's like £10 to £15 each, which is fine. And the last thing I would say that I definitely should have said to my like past self was bring comfortable shoes. Now I thought I had, turns out I hadn't. And please leave any comments below with any questions about any of the tours, anything you would like us to answer or me to answer. If you are coming, or if I haven't made it that clear in the video, please comment below. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you would like. This is my first like vlog of like going away, so hopefully it's okay. And yeah, hopefully see you soon.